Next thing we want to talk about is dementias. How many of you ever heard of Alzheimer's disease? Raise your hand. Okay, good. Now, Alzheimer's disease is a physician-caused disease. It's not genetic. Alzheimer's disease is a physician-caused disease that is not genetic. Now, you're not the mom of a doctor, are you? Okay. Now, listen, my wife is a surgeon. I love doctors, and they do have their place. But in this case, doctors have caused this disease. 40 years ago, Alzheimer's disease didn't exist even by another name. Alzheimer's disease did not exist 40 years ago even by another name. Today, it's the number 4 killer of adults over the age of 65. So just a short period of time has become a huge, huge problem for industrialized countries. 85% of all Alzheimer's disease is diagnosed in the world. I'm going to repeat that. 85% of all Alzheimer's disease diagnosed in the world is diagnosed in America. It's an American disease created by American doctors. Because 75% of your brain weight is a fatty insulation material called myelin. How many of you have heard of myelin? Okay, good. Myelin makes up 75% of your brain weight. It's the white matter of the brain, the gray matter, the thinking cells and the memory cells sit on top of the white matter, which is this white fatty insulation material, makes up 75% of your brain weight. And when the myelin goes away, you get Alzheimer's disease because the naked nerve fibers all shard out, and they look for nerve tangles with CAT scans, and that's how they diagnose Alzheimer's disease. Well, Alzheimer's disease is caused by this myelin going away. Myelin makes up 75% of your brain weight, and myelin is 100% cholesterol. So if you're on a cholesterol-restricted diet, you're taking cholesterol-lowering drugs, guess what you're going to get? Alzheimer's disease. So you have to dump the cholesterol-lowering drugs. You have to start eating 10 eggs a day, no fried foods, no margarines, no cooking oils, and take the Mighty 90. You take the Mighty 90, and the odds of you getting Alzheimer's disease is zero. Zero. I want you to think about your grandparents. Think of all the eggs and all the cooking they did in lard and everything. They didn't have Alzheimer's disease. They died at 92, 110, stuff like that. Okay, next. This is the U.S. News World Report, February of this year, 2010, and they're talking about the 80 million baby boomers coming along, living to be 100. In that upper right-hand corner there, it's a summary of one of the chapters. It says 7 habits that you can do to lower your risk of Alzheimer's disease. That tells you right there that Alzheimer's disease is not genetic. Because there's no habit you can do that's going to reduce the risk of a genetic disease.